right, baby. We are live and direct. Welcome to the Locker Room Show. I know that many of you guys that rock with us every week are probably like, what's going on? Where's the border? Where Coach at? Don't worry about all that. We got you covered. We got you covered. This is going to be the last show, you guys, of the year. So whether you're rocking with us live or you're catching a recording, thank you. Thank you. Happy New Year. Happy holidays. We got a great show lined up for you. So let me get right into it. You guys already see some of the gentlemen on the screen. First of all, the one who always holds me down every week in the middle of the screen, that is Q, the Guru. What's going on, Guru?
What's going on, Coach? It's been this year went by quick, man. This was quick. It was like a hell of a season, but it's like, man, next thing you know, it's like the season goes. Here goes the playoffs. Here goes bowl games.
Yep.
Right back in the spring ball.
Right back in the
It
spring
don't
ball.
stop.
Man. It
It
don't
don't
stop.
stop, man.
It don't stop, especially for the ballers. And we got a baller tonight, you guys. This is somebody that we've been waiting to have on the show. Many of you guys already know this gentleman. Doesn't even need an intro, but I'm going to do it anyway. This is one of the baddest cats to ever come out of Florida, Fort Myers High School, where Dion, so many other great players. North Fort Myers High School, went on, you guys, to be a stellar player at West Virginia, is still at the top of the ranks on so many of their top records, whether it's rushing, TDs, all-purpose yards. This is the man. He is now, you guys, helping the next generation get to where they want to go, and we are pleased tonight to have the great Noel Devine on. What's going on, big dog?
Not much, my brother. Thanks for having me.
Oh, no doubt,
Yeah,
no doubt,
absolutely.
man. We've been waiting for this and excited to have you on. So, like I said, you guys, this gentleman was bad. I mean, speed doesn't even do him any justice. It was another level of speed with Noel Devine, you guys. Quickness, really made a bunch of big plays up at West Virginia. Mountaineer country, has gone on, you guys, to be inducted into their Hall of Fame. So we have some royalty tonight, and we are excited to have Noel on. So let's get right into it, man. I mean, Fort Myers, where you're from, Florida, and Mountaineer country is two totally different things. So I know there's a story there. How did you end up at West Virginia?
Yeah, totally two different places. Coming from Southwest Florida, Florida's like it's a lot of beaches and flat surface. Go up to West Virginia, it's a lot of hills and everything. But how the story started, I was recruited by Rich Rodriguez, one of the best offensive coaches there was at the time. The offense was very explosive, so it pretty much was a pretty fit for me. I was recruited by, it came down to 3 schools. I was recruited by every school in the country, but majority of everyone thought I was going to go to a prep school, Milford, in upstate New York, I believe. And Dion was telling everyone I was going. Dion was my mentor at the time. So everyone thought I was going to go to Florida State as well. So I was recruited by Florida State. Academically, I almost didn't qualify. So it came down to the last ACT.
Wow.
For me to qualify.
Yeah.
And then qualify. And every school was just a few schools that was still interested in me was Florida State, West Virginia, and Alabama. Nick Saban had just came to Alabama, literally just got there. Office hadn't been set up or anything. When I came up on my visit and visited him there, he had just got there. That's the only place I took a visit to. Took my visit to West Virginia. Like I said, the offense as a scheme fit me. I fell in love with it. Once I took my visit, fell in love with the campus and the facility. The strength coach was amazing. He was an animal creating monsters, especially for guys that like me that already had great work ethic and enjoyed working out. And then being around guys like Pat White, Steve Slayton, those guys were running for Heisman. Then we had other leaders like Owen Smith, Darius Renard, JT Thomas on defense. Had all those guys as leaders. It was an amazing atmosphere. It came down to that. Came back home. Was supposed to take a visit to Florida State. Didn't take my visit to Florida State. Just wanted to get far away from home as possible. A lot of people thought I was going to Florida State because Dion was my mentor, but that wasn't the case. So honestly, I lucked up and got in the perfect situation for me. I was an explosive fast back, and just seeing West Virginia, just sitting down at Applebee's one night and seeing West Virginia on TV being explosive. And then I also had a driver's ed teacher that worked at our school. I think his name was Mr. Humble, and he was from West Virginia. He would tell me about it because he would see the letters that I would get, a stack of letters every day in high school from every school. And he would tell me West Virginia was a great program. So I took my visit. Like I said, I fell in love with the campus, fell in love with the coaches, the screen staff. It's an amazing staff. Rich Rod and Coach McGee, rest of God bless his soul. There was amazing staff. And I fit in perfect. Went in as a freshman, worked hard, competed with 2 Heisman candidates, and pushed me to a whole other level.
That's amazing right there. So you were really feeling like it was the right fit for your skill set. And can you talk maybe to some of the athletes that are watching this? Do you think that they should go to a school where they fit with the coach or just the environment more?
You know when it's in your heart what fits best for you. At least, well, I did. Maybe some of the athletes don't really have that guidance or mentorship, but honestly, it was a blessing for me. I feel like God had his hand in my life and directed me in the right direction. But I feel like athletes should go whatever feels right in their heart and whatever fits their skill set and whatever fits their game of play. Not necessarily built off a coach unless a kid lacks structure and he's trying to get like he's trying to have someone like Dion be his coach, someone that needs that discipline, that structure, like the father figure coach. So it's all what fits the best situation for that kid.
I love it, man, because I know there was some people in your ear like, I cannot believe you're leaving Florida. So I love that you stuck to what felt right in your heart.
Yeah.
Moving on to our next topic. If you're joining us for the first time, usually we do have all the topics on the bottom ticker, but we're on the road tonight. This locker room show on the road, baby. So our next topic is, dude, when we were looking at the list of accomplishments, the list continued to go on. And I just wanted to ask you, when you think back on your career, Noel, is there anything in particular where you're like, that was the record, or that was the game, or that was the award that I really feel proud about?
In particular, nothing in particular. Just like you said before, just like looking back at some of the numbers, looking back at some of the statistics of yards and yards per carry and some of the games, like. For me, one in particular, let me take that back. High school, I had a game where I had 9 carries for 368 yards, 6 touchdowns, 1 call back. That was like a freakish game for me.
That's insane.
Yeah, high school.
I don't even know the average on that.
I was going viral before viral was even a thing. Like YouTube had just surfaced. Like I didn't really know what was going on or was I updated with YouTube, but I went viral as a freshman.
Wow.
YouTube, just doing 360, 180 spins, having crazy balance and vision, and then accelerating and taking it the distance.
That's amazing right
That's
there.
sick.
And you probably have too many games and accolades and touchdowns to remember. We're on to our next topic, you guys. And this one, I definitely want to talk to you gentlemen about. And Q, we've talked off air about this, but we'll get into it. The great Travis Hunter. The great Travis Hunter, nobody can stop him on the field, but he's running into some defense off the field, Q. And I wanted to ask you two, and we'll start with you, Q. A lot of kids watch this show, man, and they're wondering, what type of young lady should I date? Do you have any advice, Guru, if you're a big-time athlete and who you should be dating?
I would say the easiest thing, if you feel like, man, you gotta have a girlfriend in college, it's always easier to date another athlete because she has something to lose. See, if she's there on scholarship, she's got to make her grade. She has places to be. She has something to lose. A regular chick doesn't have anything to lose as much as you do. So that would be my 2 cents. If you can go that route, man, go the female athlete route, man, in school, man.
Okay. So the Guru says, go find someone on the track team or the soccer team or something. What does the great Noel Devine say? This is sincere. We're joking, but this young man is having added stress to his life. And as an athlete, you don't want no added stress. What's Noel Devine's advice for dating as a young superstar?
I mean, I think Travis has a tremendous support staff around him that gives him great guidance, and it's tough. The game has changed now, but for him, if I'm a superstar athlete, um, whatever fits my standard of liking, as far as like if it's looks or if it's the heart, I feel like whatever match your energy, whatever fits you best, just go with it. Whatever brings you balance, go with it. Some kids may have different situations. You have young kids that's fathers at a young age, like I was. So it's there's a balance. It's different situations. But if I'm Travis, then I like Travis for who he is. He seemed like a well-grounded young man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he seems like he has high standards. I would say definitely have standards of what you want in a woman, of a queen, and what you're looking for. Definitely don't need no added stress or no pressure or anything.
Yeah.
Like you want something, like I said before, that's gonna bring you balance and that's gonna benefit you in the end.
Let me ask you this, Noel, because you caught fire young. You caught fire in high school,
a
So
lot,
like,
a lot of it.
yeah. So obviously people are watching, and if it was today's time, you would have had a nice bag too. You might have had a little something. We'll talk
Definitely.
about that off the air, but you would have had a nice bag too. Do you think that athletes should be open to dating older women? Do you think that they should stick to maybe girls that they've known since before they were superstars? What's your opinion on that?
That's a tough situation because as an athlete, you're gonna wonder if this person is with me because I have this money, or
Yeah.
whether this person like me for truly who I am. So I mean, for me, I'm gonna go with someone that I already have chemistry with, and something what I already started with. I already built a foundation and trust and love and a commitment with somebody I already started with. I'm gonna finish with that person who I started with. Athletes nowadays, these kids, it's a lot of distractions. These kids have social media. They have everything's coming easier for them. They have access to cars, access to finances, so they can have their dream girl. So it's whatever. It's pretty much what's your dream and what you want in life. So it's
Yeah.
decided for you. You can have it whatever you want.
Let me ask you this. Both of you guys are parents. I'll start with you, Guru. You got Junior balling out, and then now all of a sudden he's dropping balls and want to spend all this time with his girlfriend. Does dad step in, or does dad let Junior figure it out?
Nah, Dad's got to step in, man. I mean, I will admit, man, I'm a product of that. You know what I'm saying? Like off the field issues, man. Nothing. And no offense, ladies. We, fan wise, we love y'all tuning in. I know it's gang of y'all that love this show, love football. But from a male athlete standpoint, nothing can derail your career quicker than a female. The wrong female, I'll say.
The wrong female.
Nothing can derail your career quicker.
Yes.
Outside, we're saying outside of injury, the wrong chick can derail you're talking about it in seconds. Can totally derail because we've seen careers ruined, man, off of a phone call, off of a text.
That's true.
You see, I mean, just that quick in seconds. You're talking about everything you built in over years in seconds.
Yeah, I have it to my friend.
That's how crucial it is.
Yeah, it happened to our safety. He was with the Bengals and got a domestic violence charge.
Done.
Yeah,
Done.
Talented too.
Yeah, very.
Yeah.
Like supposed to be like the Taylor 6'5" safety. Very talented.
Done.
So,
because if you're in college,
talented you are, the law is the law, and most likely things going to work in the favor for the women. So you got to be decisions you make it.
Yeah, absolutely. And the thing is, Noel, it's funny you say that because, man, it's like a lot of times you will see where the truth comes out after the fact that it wasn't how it was stated to authorities, but the damage is already done. The scouts have already moved off of you, even though you might be a bona fide killer. You see what I'm saying? Now you got to go, if you do get your shot in the league, you got to go a twist and turning route instead of getting drafted like you should, because
the NFL wants to get you for cheap, so they'll take
right, or they're gonna get you right extremely for cheap if they don't fall off you altogether. You know what I'm saying? So that's how crucial it is, man. So I wish this young man the best, but it's one of those things where it's like, man, he needs to get. I'm talking about, man, contracts, documents in place whatever he needs to do to protect himself, man, because the world that we live in now, relationships, people wake up on a random Tuesday and it's canceled Christmas.
Yeah.
Let me
Real
ask you
talk.
this, Noel, because we're going a little bit longer on this topic, you guys, because this is important.
It
I think
is.
all three of us have, had to figure this out, and you guys as athletes will have to figure it out as well. But let me ask you, Noel, what's the next layer for a student athlete? Let's say, like Q said, I'm dating a track girl. She's on point. She's got her grades together. She's working out. She's good. But let's say her dad or her mom or her extended family is a little out there. Is that something that athletes need to watch out for?
Yeah, I definitely say definitely watch who you affiliate yourself with, because I mean you're just as guilty as who you surround yourself around, and
Okay.
so I mean it plays a factor of your image. You want to keep everything clean and be professional much as possible, but you can only control what you control. So if you got a household, I mean, you control your household, keep everything together. What stays in the house, what goes on in the house stays in the house. One of those deals.
Good job right there. And yeah,
Yeah.
but like you said, if she makes a call, then you could be in jeopardy. So really, and also I want to make a point. There are a lot of women out there that are on point, that are adding to
Absolutely.
young men and
Absolutely.
helping them establish themselves. So, let's keep that out there too. All right, you guys, we're on to our next topic, and definitely excited to talk to these gentlemen about this because both of them have some experience with this. But the off season is here. The off season is here, and both of you guys know that's where you make your money. And a lot of these kids, especially the ones we're working with, I know you too, Noel, are trying to make decisions between track or 7-on-7. So I wanted to ask you guys, and I'll start with you, Noel. What's the perfect off season look like? What were you doing, and what do you advise these young men to do?
Yeah, there's really no off season. I'm a father of five. Let me start with that. My oldest, Desiree, she goes to Wofford. She's in her sophomore year, plays softball. All my kids are athletes. My second, he's at Jacksonville State playing for Rich Rod. Rich Rod just actually went back to West Virginia. He's at Jacksonville State, Andre. And then my third born, Destiny, she's a track runner in her junior year at Norfolk Myers, same high school as me. I have a son, Noel. He's 12. In seventh grade, actually, I'm a teacher at the school he goes to. I'm a reading teacher, and he plays basketball, football, track, and he's going to be on my 7-on-7. I have a baby boy, Noah. He's 8, and he plays football and run track from a track club. But my answer to this is I say do it all. We actually have a 7-on-7, Kate Breeze 7-on-7. We have 14U. Last year was our first year. 12U, 14U, 15U, and 18U. Jalen Watkins, he played on the Eagles. He's from here as well. Went to the University of Florida, defensive back. And I'm a buddy of mine, Terrence Lewis. He went to Alcorn State, played receiver. He's the other running back, same high school as me. We run the 7-on-7, and we run the Kate Breeze Athletics. So it's pretty much a track. We run a track club, but also Kate Breeze Athletics. And we also run a 7-on-7 program. We may add other sports, but we're going to balance our schedule. We're going to have the 7-on-7 events, different weekends than we are the track meets. So then a guy like my son Noel, he plays basketball. That's right now, and then he plays runs track, and then he'll be doing 7-on-7. So right now he's doing a lot. So just trying to balance like what track meets he'll run in. Maybe he'll just run in the important track meets like two this year, and then like last year he made it to Junior Olympics, and
Wow.
he emptied that tank all on the semifinals. Didn't have much for the finals. If you know how the Junior Olympics work, he made it for 3 events: 100, 200, and 400. I had
Oh man.
because it would have been too much running. So Junior Olympics, you run prelims, semifinals, and finals. If you keep
Yeah,
advancing,
man. Yeah.
He was through.
yeah, he was done. But yeah, so it's a lot on the body. So it's just about you
Yeah.
knowing your kid, knowing how to manage your athlete, and you knowing how to manage your body. But I would say track would definitely benefit you in so many ways. And it's like far as like speed, learning little running techniques, things that I didn't know in high school that I know now that I'm teaching the kids. But track shape is some of the best shape. Then 7-on-7 is going to continue to enhance your ball skills and stuff like that. As far as like wide receivers getting out running routes. And then DBs getting out there, getting work, getting live work against receivers and quarterbacks, just getting time in and getting throws and just building perfect chemistry as well. So there's definitely a balance, and you got to know how to recover and take care of your body as well, as far as like what to eat and how to eat.
Yeah.
So it's important. And when
I love that. Q, and so there you go. You young athletes that are debating, you got a superstar person right here that's already training guys, and he's saying, do it all, do it all. Q, whose job is it to manage if the kid is overextending themselves? Is that the kid? Is that the coach? Is that the parent? Whose job is that?
I mean, I would say it's the parent. I mean, obviously, Noel, be it the athlete that that he was, man, and he has a lot more knowledge than the average parent. But even the average parent, you need to keep an eye on your kid, man, because it's one of those things where, of course, you have a lot of work to do. You have off season work. And it needs to be consistent, but it's one of those things too. And I say this all the time, especially with you being a running back, like. And matter of fact, I can even ask you this, Noel. Think about this, bro. When you started playing football, see, I didn't start playing football until I was like in 10th, 11th grade. I wasn't like y'all cats, you know what I'm saying? I played, mainly baseball and soccer a lot, you know what I'm saying?
Florida, they started early.
Right. But
at least you was playing neighborhood though. You probably was playing.
We played Killer Man. Yeah, I was a Killer Man.
The carrier, throw it
back. No doubt. The king. So, but Noel, you for example, I'm glad we talking about this subject. You are a running back, bro. Think about how many carries you had in your life, bro. Yeah, right. You ain't. Wait. Hey, T, hold on, T. You never even thought about that, have you?
No.
Think about how many carries you done had in your bro. I guarantee I can say, bro, you probably had about 10,000 carries, and I'm probably off a big time. That's a lot of carries, dog.
Yeah, it ain't take me many. I just needed a few.
Yeah. Now, you a little bit of an exception because of your yards per carry was retarded, but that's a lot of carries, man. So we're talking about the average kid. That's a lot of carries, man. From Pop Warner through D1, 3-4 years.
Yeah, definitely. I'd say the king. You think of somebody like that, you think of King Henry. All the
running.
Like
so it's like what you have to. It's like very few guys are that durable, dog. So it's like you have to mix in track. You got to mix in weight training and whatnot. In your skill set. But it's like, man, you gotta. I mean, how early do you start these kids on cryo?
Well, Rich Rod was a little bit ahead of his time too.
I'm sorry.
He kept him in space. Some of these running backs like Genty are running right through the hole.
Yeah,
exactly.
We was in spread offense. You want to?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Pass offense. Yeah,
so you talking about right? Yeah, so you talking about boys running off tackle since you've been 8, and now you 21 in college, but you with 15,000 carries. Yeah. This is football, gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? So these kids have to have, as a parent, you have to make sure that they're getting treatment, that they're getting stem. If you need cryo, they get in an ice tub, whatever it might be, they have to put in the work, but nutritionally, of course, but they have to have recovery, man, because, man, this is a brutal sport, man, especially a running back or receiver, because it's constant, you know what I'm saying, boys trying to take your head off every snap.
Yeah, it depends who you are. Yeah, the bigger backs is easier to target. They're bigger.
Yeah.
Just dive into a big running back. Smaller back, shifty backs like me, it's going to be hard if you leave your feet and just try to get a clean hit on me.
True.
Yeah, no, I mean, I remember watching you play. It was like you weren't going to take a big hit that you saw coming. You would duck, you would get down, So that's a good point.
Down. Sure, I did what I had to do, but just never, no running back, no defensive guy never just got a clean hit on me. Like jump, there's too many moves you can do. You can be here, you can jump cut right, you can jump cut left. It's just for a running back, it was just natural instincts for me. Mess.
Let me ask you this, and this is totally off of the list of questions, but and I think I know the answer, but I'm gonna ask you anyway. You being a superstar running back yourself, how long does it take for you to see maybe a high school kid, whether or not he's got Division I running back potential? How long does that take you to figure out?
If a kid has the potential?
to be a Division I Power 4 running back?
Like you mean like age wise?
No,
Um,
he's saying talent wise.
talent wise, like if I take you out to one of your 14U deals or something, how long does it take? Or if you're watching a kid on film, if I ship you some film tonight, how long will it take for you to say, okay, that one?
I mean, that's tough because kids still grow and develop. I
That's
definitely
true.
say probably around like 16, you can figure out like kids sophomore year. Some kids is a big exception. Like you got kids like Ryan Williams, and then you got kids like Malachi Tony, a little kid. Like these kids, some of these kids are phenomenal. Like they're gifted, and I say shoot, freshman high school, some of these kids are built already. So it just depends like on the body build of the kid. If a kid's already have like man features, if you have already chest muscles, if you have muscle definition, just some kids pass the eye test already. You can see a kid, you're like, oh, he's explosive. He get the ball, he just goes 0 to 100 real quick. Just like little things. Oh, he has vision. Just like little things. You could tell a great D1 or there's a guy that's going to be a D1 talent. I would say probably freshman year, sophomore year, and that like me. I played varsity as a freshman, and I contributed to the team as a freshman for 1,100 yards behind a guy that had D1 potential. He was 6 foot. He fit the measurements. I was 5'7" and a half, 5'8", and he was like 6 foot, 200 pounds. You can tell when guys are freshmen in high school
Yeah.
and how they're how you can see if they're hungry or not. You can see what a kid's about in high school.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Pokemon, we see you. Noel, Rich Rod, really tough. Make happy unless you work your butt off. So this might be somebody that knows you. Guru, love the hat. And then we got the Munoz family. What's going on, Munoz family? You started Marco on the cryo. I know you've been tapped in with Marco, so I love it, you guys. We are on to our next topic, you guys. We got the great Noel Devine. Florida prep superstar, went off to help Rich Rod build up things with the West Virginia Mountaineers. And then you guys had some pro experience now helping the community, helping these young kids. We got them for a couple more minutes. We definitely appreciate you, Noel. So we're on to our next topic, you guys. And this one was interesting to see, but the great Mike Vick. We're talking about Virginia. We're coming down to Norfolk State. And we've already seen Dion do it. I know him and Vic are close. And now Mike Vick is saying, I'm going to go to HBCU route and see what it do. Eddie George, Q, people are jumping into it. What do you think? You think Mike Vick has some success at Norfolk, or you think he's going to fizzle out?
No, man, I think he's going to have some success, man. I mean, Mike Vick has always been, man, I mean, aside from a great player, man, he's always been a good dude. Like anybody that I know, I have had the opportunity to meet him personally. I've had a number of guys that I'm very close with, like my guy Trevor Gaylor, that had an opportunity to play with him for some years, and I've never, ever heard anything negative or bad about Mike Vick, man. And it's like, I'm glad to see this man being able to give back and, and get this position, because, man, they crucified that man and he made a mistake, man. He made a mistake. And it's like, it's like you don't want to get down a racial thing, but I tell people a lot of things, man, about in regards to the situation that happened with him, Coach. It's like, Ben Roethlisberger never missed a game, man, and got jammed up with a couple of times with underage girls, and I never remember Big Ben ever missing a snap. But they crucified this man. They crucified him. So I'm more than happy to see him get this opportunity.
Okay. Talk to me, Noel. I mean, this is a big step for Mike. I know he's done some assistant coaching, UFL, different things, but do you think that the HBCUs would be the only one to give him a shot like this? Or do you think that maybe down the road, his past can be his past and he can get into more mainstream coaching with like Coach Prime?
I think it's a perfect opportunity for him to start. It's a starting point for him. Start and see what he's about, see what type of coach he is. But I think Michael Vick's going to have success. He's always been a stand-up guy. Sure, I've been a fan of Vick. He was electrifying to watch, and exciting to watch. I definitely believe that he'll get the right guys in. Who wouldn't want to coach with Vic?
Right.
It's about him just choosing the right guys that that can actually get out there and coach, and he can just be Vic and do what he does as a head coach. But I believe, and what better way that there is to start than like how Deion started at the HBC. You know what I mean? So.
Great. No, that's big time right there. You guys, we are on to our next topic, and this is the lightning round, baby. So if you're joining us for the very first time, the lightning round is where it goes down. We got 60 seconds. Now, this man was fast. This man was very fast. So he may breeze through this lightning round, but we about to see. So I got 60 seconds that he'll have on the clock. I'm starting him at 0, even though we need a head start. Now, with this, first thing that comes to your mind, Noel, I don't want it filtered. I don't want you sitting there hemming and hawing. First thing that comes to your mind, we got some people. We got some either or, but we want to hear what's on Noel's mind. So we're going to put him through this blitz, you guys. Now, we don't just do this for fun. If he can get to 15 or higher, then it's a dinner on the locker room show. I don't know his spot, but he got some kids, so we might have to go fast food number 5. But it's dinner on the locker room show.
Get a Costco gift card.
There you go.
Yeah. See, I got you, dog. I'm telling you.
I like that. We might do the Costco. Costco, if you're listening, we need a sponsor. So right there, you ready to roll?
Yes, sir.
All right, baby. So this is the lightning round, and he's going to say the first thing that comes to his mind, you guys. First thing that comes to his mind. All right. On your marks, let's get ready. First thing. North Fort Myers High School. Go.
Deion Sanders.
Edgerrin James or Frank Gore?
Edgerrin James.
Best you've ever played against?
Patrick Peterson.
Scuba dive or hang glide?
Scuba dive.
Deion Sanders.
Deion Sanders. Prime time, 239 talent.
239 talent. Favorite fast food growing up?
Popeyes.
Rich Rodriguez.
Explosive offense.
NIL.
Money, 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 money.
Ashton Genty. 40 seconds.
Great running back, legend.
Asparagus or Brussels sprouts?
Asparagus.
Kelly Rowland or Kerry Washington?
Kelly Rowland.
Apple pie or peach pie?
Apple pie.
Mark Ingram or Derrick Henry?
Mark Ingram. That was my roommate at the draft.
Time. Okay.
He was rolling. And I didn't know that, by the way. That's a good fun fact.
I had a lot of stuff to say.
That's a good fun fact.
Dude, that's right up the road. That's right down the road from me. Edgerrin James. He's a 239 legend too. He's a businessman. He's still doing great things for it right now too.
Yeah.
Wow,
that's what's up.
wow.
That's what's up.
Huge. That was great. All right, baby. So let's add him up. He was rolling.
Close.
He's
rolling.
You guys know.
Right,
the number's 15. The number's 15. But also, you guys, we give one for tech delay. So even if he gets to 14, he's in the mix for the comeback. All right. So number 1 was North Fort Myers High School. That's his old high school. That's Deion Sanders' old high school. He says Deion. That's his mentor. Number 2, Edgerrin James or Frank Gore. He's going with Edge in the 239. Best you've played against. He said Patrick Peterson. Future Hall of Famer right there. That is number 3. Number 4, scuba dive or hang glide. He said, don't put me in the air. I'm going underwater. He's going scuba dive. Number 5, Deion Sanders. He said 239 and Deion Sanders. Number 6, favorite fast food growing up. He says Popeye. He's about that chicken. Number 9, NIL. Money, money, money. Just like Deion's song. Number 10, Rich Rodriguez. He says explosive offense, and they definitely were. He probably wishing you had some more eligibility. Number 11, Ashton Genty. He says great runner, legend. Number 12, asparagus of Brussels. Noel is going with the asparagus. Number 13, Kelly Rowland or Kerry Washington. He said, don't give me Olivia Pogo, give me some Kelly Rowland. Number 14, 14. He
14,
rolling,
yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
Apple pie or peach pie? He said, give me that apple pie. Number 15, he's in the mix. Mark Ingram or Derrick Henry? He said, give me Derrick Henry. And I think
Mark
that was
Ingram.
there you
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
So 15. So Costco it is. Costco it is.
Man.
We going
Man.
to North Florida. We gonna have to send him the money. Send him the money. So hey, you guys, this is perfect timing for him because we're done with the fall session after this bowl game, after the bowl game. So we got, or actually, no, we're done. This is it. This is
Yeah.
the last show.
That's
Of the
Christmas Eve.
year.
All
Right.
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 We have a winner.
Perfect name
We
for it.
have a winner. This
Noel.
is the last show for 2024. So Noel Devine, fast on the field, fast in the lightning room, baby.
Thanks.
He's got Costco gift card coming his way. All right, baby. So we're it. This is it, you guys. We got our audience question. Q&A, the audience section is open if you want to get in one quick question. But Q, I know you got something for Noel.
Definitely. And it's a question, that we've seen throughout the year with a lot of greats like yourself. We know that the game is changed, but I know that me and Coach always talk about how the running back position has evolved over time. How do you see yourself performance-wise, even as well as you did in that era in this one?
Ooh, good question.
I think things would be the same for me. I mean, I'm fast. I'm explosive. I don't think much has changed in that aspect of it. But I think teams went away from using their running back. But I think with a running back that's like me with my skill set, I can catch. I can line up at receiver. I can line up in the backfield. So this is about just getting in the right system to where a guy like me could be utilized.
Oh, you are good.
I ask because in my own opinion, I feel like that a running back like yourself, a lot of the big backs in our era as well, but a running back like yourself would be even more dangerous because I don't see the physicality that we saw.
Yeah.
So it's like with your shiftiness and speed, I mean, if you broke down a tape, we're talking about power forward, top 10. And I see like the piss poor tackling and how because of the rules, you're seeing kids that you can tell when they approach the tackle, they're thinking about how to hit somebody without getting penalized. So the game is lacking the physicality, but then with you having the same skill set, oh well, hell, man, like that would be even more sick. You know what I'm saying? So that was the reason for the question, is because the game lacks the physicality, man, that it once had.
Yeah, I agree. It's a lot of different rules. A lot of things change, but
yeah,
guys got to be more cautious about how they coming in and laying hits to protect their guys' safety. You know what I mean, and their health.
And Rich Rodriguez was a little bit above his time too. He was doing
yeah, because that's more of a typical offense now that they were running in. Yeah.
Hard edge, dude. That's what he's about. Hard edge, and we went hard. Hard.
We got one question. I know you're on a different time zone, so I don't want to keep you long, Noel. But we do have one question from Pokemon. He says, "Hey guys, ask Noel if he thinks West Virginia will be coming for his son now that Rich Rod is back."
Man, that's another question I've been getting from a lot of people, from a lot of West Virginia fans. That's something I'm hoping to see as well. But I'm not sure what's going to happen. I'm just praying for the best. Whatever fits my son best, and whatever decision him and Coach Rod decide to come up with, that's what I'll support. But I'm hoping I see him. I'm hoping I see Rich Rod bring my son Andre home to West Virginia. That was always what we had wanted. But when they had Neil Brown, the things flipped. They flipped the story, flipped the scripts, and that we didn't sign when he gave us the offer, but that wasn't the truth, and made some of the fans turn their back on me and flip the script. But we was always committed. We was always in. They told me that they wanted to see him get bigger, stronger, faster. Should come. I feel like they never really had an offer for him. They just did that. Who knows why? And then then Rich Rod was there and gave him an opportunity at Jacksonville State. at Jack State, and then now Rich Rod is back. So hopefully, when he come, with him coming back home, he bring my son back home, bring another Devine.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Go
Yeah.
Mount.
Rich Rod, go get him, baby. Keep the legacy going. We would love to see it, and Pokemon, a bunch of us would love to see that happen. So, hey, Noel, we appreciate you coming through the locker room, man. Happy holidays, and keep doing great work, brother. Oh, how can people?
The locker room.
There you go. How can people find you? Where should they reach out? Instagram, Twitter?
Instagram, Twitter.
Okay.
I can't tell you off the top of my head. My name's Noel Devine on Instagram, I believe, and same thing on Twitter, Noel Devine 7 or Noel Devine, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, whatever.
Okay.
Perfect.
Cool,
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in the chat, you guys.
Also, Divine Speed. I'll have Divine Speed. That's my business. So it's Divine Speed, DEVINE, then Speed.
Okay.
There you go.
Perfect.
You guys check out Divine Speed. We'll also put and send out the Instagram and the Twitter. You guys need to get in the 7-on-7 training. You just need to follow this man and check him out on YouTube. Check out some of those highlights. So, Noel, happy holidays, man. Love you. Appreciate you.
Guys, too, nice to meet you. Happy holidays to you as well. Nice to meet you, Q. Nice to meet you, T. Thanks for having me.
Oh, man. Appreciate you. All right, baby.
All right, you guys. Hey, man, we've been waiting to have Noel on because we knew he was going to bring the fire. We knew that he gives back. We knew that he cares, man. And Q, he was a bad man.
Oh, yeah, he was a problem, man.
I couldn't.
Problem, dude.
That is like a DB's nightmare. Somebody that can juke you, run past you.
Yeah.
In the open field.
It was like he said, though, it was that offense, man. To be honest with you, ironically enough, Coach, he reminds you of Jacob. That's Jacob's game.
Yep, that is Jacob's game.
Like I'm talking identical. Identical. He can be in the slot. He can play. You can line him up from at tail. He can be in the slot. He can return. He's got hands, and he's just a problem in space. Yep. I just thought about that. He is when you watch Jacob DeJesus, that is exactly how Noel played his game to the T.
Shout out to Jacob.
Big
Great game. MVP of the bowl game last night versus Cal. One of our very own. We've had him on the show. Louis Riddick said he gonna get his shot, Q.
Oh yeah, we knew that though. We knew that. We just got to figure out where he's going, but we knew that, man. We know he's a problem, man. But like I said, like if you watch Noel's old highlight, that is exact because you can. He's like when you look at him from a GM standpoint of scouting, as far as on the next level, it's like Jacob's he's like a Swiss Army knife. You see what I'm saying? He does kicks, he does punch. You put him in the slot. It doesn't matter. It's just you figure out ways to get a kid like that to get him the ball in his hand. Yeah, some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? So, man, he's fun to watch.
All right, man. Well, we hitting these holidays, and college football playoffs start tomorrow. So we ain't gonna talk to you until it's done. So give me your team. Give me your team, baby.
Man, I still say right now it's gonna be a huge upset somewhere along the line. We know from a lower seeded team.
Yep.
Keep your eye on Indiana. But I still believe, as far as from coast to coast, Oregon's the team to beat. Okay. Texas is Texas, but it's sometimes they show up and sometimes
you like Texas or Ohio State better.
I'll go with Texas. And the reason I go with Texas is because Guru's always had this theory that pretty much is always held to be true. And regardless all the skill positions you could have around them, if you have a marquee trigger man, you always are in the game as far as big games. And Texas has, with Quinn and of course Arch as well, they have better trigger men than Ohio State.
Better than
exactly. Yeah, they got better quarterbacks than Ohio State. So that's why I'm saying Texas, because a great quarterback can get you a W when it seems on the scoreboard is no way.
when it's
Guys like
playoff
Quinn
time.
Ewers, that last 2-3 minutes, them boys can put up, man, 14 points in 3 minutes, man. They that kind of quarterback. So that's why I'm going with Texas.
Out of the two outliers, and when I say outliers, teams that nobody was probably expecting to be in it, SMU, Boise, who do you like better out of those two teams?
I don't know I like Boise. I feel like that they are, as gangster as Genty is, I feel like that they are a bit one-dimensional, and I feel like that their defense is not going to hold up. So he's going to get his, but it's one of those things where, I put up, 130-some, 140-some yards, but my defense isn't showing up, right? Mm-hmm. My sleepers are SMU and Indiana, and I like Indiana simply because of the season that they've put together, and they're well coached and they got an attitude about them. Because if you think about it, they kind of ran off the rail a little bit towards the end of the season, but Indiana, man, they very well could have damn near ran the table in the Big Ten, man. They really could have. They put
lost
together
Ohio State, and
right.
I think that was a stage thing. I think it was too big, which helps prep them for this. But Ohio State lost to Michigan. And
that's what I mean. So, man, listen. Keep your eye on Indiana. We know SMU is a problem. SMU is legit. Like when I say they're back, like 83, 84, 85 back, these boys are serious. But Indiana, I like Indiana because, man, it's not about a bunch of 4- or 5-star talent. They do have some great players, but they are an example of a team that if you have kids that are hard-nosed, come to win, buy in, play together, and just don't make a lot of mistakes, you're going to smash everybody that's in front of you, and that's Indiana.
Yeah, versus Indiana, you have to play a clean game.
You absolutely
can't be fumbling and throwing.
But if you think about it, Coach, that even though he had all the horses, that's how Saban with all those Alabama teams, the talent. If you set aside the talent, their mentality was, you're going to have to line up and beat us. We're not going to beat ourselves. You're going to have to line up and for a whole 4 quarters beat us. And I don't think you can do it without making a big mistake. And that's how Indiana plays.
Yeah.
And when you make that mistake, we're going to capitalize and we're going to choke you off. And that's it after that.
Yeah, I think for Ohio State and Texas, the losses came at a good time. I know that you want to win an SEC championship, but if you win a national championship, I think the losses came at a humbling time, which could wake those schools up. But to your point, when it gets to this time, man, and that's why you see those NIL dollars going to those quarterbacks.
Yeah, I'm telling you,
to this time,
it's the trigger man time. Whoever's got the best quarterbacks, man. That's what it is. It's whoever has the best quarterbacks is going to pull through it and reign. And that's the thing. It's like Oregon's got it all, man. Oregon's got the trigger man. They got the defense. They got the skill players. They got the attitude. They got the coach. They have it all. That is why they're the team to beat. Like you got to show up.
I think
everybody clicking to beat them.
If everybody played each other 10 times, Oregon would win. But this is football, man. And it could be that one day, dude, where you're off. And everything's on the table.
And the thing is, with Oregon, it's like they know everybody's gunning for them, right? So like you said, Texas and Ohio, they got their losses that they shouldn't have had, but they got them out the way. So Oregon hasn't done that. So it's like, they've been stroking, but it's
because real talk, if Oregon runs the table, dude, you have to put them in the conversation of one of the greatest teams ever.
Oh, you got to put them up there, with that. I'll put it like this: you'll put them maybe.
In this day and age,
right? Yeah, in this day and age, yes. I was about to say I'm sorry, y'all. I wasn't gonna let that come out my mouth. That 0-1 Miami team. I ain't gonna say that.
They're like on a mantle.
Yeah, that right there. That wasn't the Miami Hurricanes. That was an NFL expansion team. That's what that was.
That was an NFL team.
Yeah, that was an expansion team. Yeah. But for this era, yeah. And the thing about it is, Coach, Oregon's reloading, man. Like, they're not, it ain't a one and like these boys gonna be a problem for some, like, it's like all the it's basically like in college football, all the momentum shifted from Tuscaloosa to Eugene. Basically.
Give me this, because this is our last show for the year. You guys, thank you for rocking with us live or recorded. I know we don't have our locker room banner. We don't care. We're going to have a great show anyway. You guys just got to hear from the great Noel Devine, so we're rocking for the holidays. But I just thought of this, Q. Give me your top 3 money ain't an issue teams in college football.
Money ain't an issue.
Money ain't a thing. No P. Diddy.
You got to put Oregon up there because nobody's bigger than Nike, right?
Okay.
You got to put the Ohio State up there just because of their dominance and consistency. You're talking about for the last 20 or 30 years.
Okay. One more. Money ain't a thing. If we got somebody we want, we not gonna lose them because of money.
I'm gonna say LSU.
Ooh.
I'm gonna say LSU.
NILU.
Yeah, I'm gonna say LSU, man.
You put them over Texas?
I put them over Texas.
Okay.
They've had more success than Texas over the last 5-10 years.
Okay.
Because you got to think, it was a big gap. Like when Vince left and then Colt McCoy came in, they were okay, but they haven't seen real success in at least 5-6 years.
Michigan just dropped 10 mil on a quarterback.
Yeah. You know, so Texas just now then kind of hit that corner about maybe 3-4 years ago.
Okay.
LSU ain't never really fell off. You going all the way back to Patrick Peterson and them boys, man, like 10 years ago.
Okay.
You know, so yeah, I'm going with LSU, man.
All right. All right. So there's the Guru's top 3 money ain't a thing in the recruiting game. He's got Oregon, he's got LSU and Ohio State.
Man.
He said they'll never lose anybody.
Louisburg University, boy. That's
there you go. So, all right, you guys. Well, we are gonna let you go for the happy holiday season, the New Year's. We love you guys. Be safe. Not too much eggnog and brandy. Q, anything for the good people before we get out of here?
Hey, we'll see y'all soon in 2025. We got work to do, and we got some more awesome guests. What we're working on, the first guest of 2025, gonna knock your socks off. That's all I can tell you.
We thought we was out of sauce, and then we grabbed another bottle.
Nah, we got way more sauce. Right out the gate. So tune in. First show of the year, 2025. It's going to be serious, man.
All right, y'all. Happy New Year's. Happy Christmas. We'll see y'all at the top. Have a good one.